Have you seen what this is? Well, I've already recorded a review of this, and to give you some idea of just how badly that went, even I thought, no, I can't upload that one. So, well, here we are reviewing the biggest selling game on the Amiga. I do need to take a little while for the scale of that to sink in. The biggest selling game on the Amiga is this. Now, you don't need to have seen very many of my videos to know just how much I fucking detest this game. This is basically the game that started the death of the Amiga era, as far as I'm concerned. I've said on numerous occasions that I consider the Commodore 64 era to be far better than the Amiga. There are plenty of people who agree, but there are two particular reasons why I think the Commodore 64 era is so much better. The first reason is rather irrelevant. The second reason is that for some 2 years or so, the Amiga era was completely ruined thanks to the outbreak of the cutesy platform disease. And this game is the game that started it. Now, I know it's not the first one. I also know that you know, the Commodore 64 had plenty of such games available for it. And I think with the Commodore 64, what really kick-started it was fucking Bubble Bobble, because this is the sequel to. But because this was the biggest selling game ever on the Amiga, it still makes me sick to fucking think that, as I need to put the light on. Well, that made all the fucking difference. Anyway, yes, because this was such a huge seller, thus indicating that a huge number of people who owned Amigas are fucking cunts, it meant that everybody jumped on the fucking cutesy platform fucking epidemic and released their own versions of said disease. Of course, Ocean continued to release more of them. And for some, like 2 years or so, the overwhelming majority of games that were released for the Amiga was fucking bollocks like this. And, you know, I fucking hate it. I hate it so much that I think it ruined the Amiga's era. The Amiga was capable of, well, certainly in the visuals department, you know, producing stuff that was vastly superior to Commodore 64. And likewise in the audio department, vastly superior to the Commodore 64. And yet for 2 years, they just churned out shit like this, which an Amstrad could have done, and did. You know, and people justified it by saying, oh, but look, I mean, graphically on the Amiga, you know, the graphics are so bright and colourful and all this. I don't care. If anything, that makes it worse because it makes it more fucking nauseating. You know, I mean, you're still fucking controlling some fucking little cunt who looks like he got the shit kicked out of him every day at school, and collecting fucking bits of fruit and all the usual fucking bollocks. I don't care that, you know, the graphics are even more colourful on the Amiga version. The game is still a game for absolute fucking arseholes. And, fucking years ago now, when I did a review of, I think it was when I did the review of the coin-op version of Athena, and Lemon Amiga, in one of his accounts, was saying that you know, it was a game designed for girls, and I had a few people messaging me saying, God, it's actually, this is a whole different fucking point, but it something else that really fucking annoys me about how it's offensive. Fucking these days, people can't even fucking say a word without some cunt getting offended by it. If you're offended by anything in my videos, good. Now fuck off. But yes, they were saying that it was a very sexist thing to say. Maybe it was, but it's also true. That was what the game developers were thinking. They wanted girls to play their video games, and so their way of thinking was that the only way they could get girls to play video games was to make them fucking cutesy, nauseating bullshit like this. Except that sometime in late '89, it's as if the entire population of the gaming world, I don't know, maybe there was some sort of strange alien invasion or something, it managed to lobotomise just about everybody who played video games. And it wasn't just girls who liked this sort of sack of cunt, but everybody did. Well, not quite everybody. I have always had nothing but total contempt for the entire genre. I'm not joking when I say I refer to it as a disease. That is exactly how I think of it. It's like a new kind of fucking computer virus, because it just turned video games, which I have been into since, you know, about 1977, and turned them all into shit, because, you know, so many were just you know, being written like this fucking sack of cunt. And you know, I had money burning a hole in my wallet, and I was, you know, prepared to go out there and spend, you know, 30 quid on one game, and yet it was just a flood of all this fucking pureed fucking shite. And so in the end I thought, oh fuck it, I won't bother. I think I ended up buying like about 30 public domain demos, which I found infinitely more interesting and enjoyable than playing this fucking shite. Now, before people dismiss what I'm saying because I didn't play this game back in the day, well, I did have this game back in the day. So I know those of you with some intelligence are probably thinking, what the fucking hell is he on? That he actually owned this? Actually, saying that I owned it is a key word. I did not buy it. You do not seriously think I would have spent, I think this was 25 quid. You should not seriously think I would pay 25 quid for this fucking cunt. So, yeah, it was, I had it on a copy. But the only reason I had it is because my schoolmate thought it would be hilarious to basically be a cunt and say we both had the X-Copy Pro program. Now, he used to, every Monday he would go to some like computer club that was above from some pub in Southend, and he'd get, like, you know, about 20-30 discs of stuff, whether it was copied games or public domain demo discs and whatever. And then the following Tuesday I'd give him, you know, a load of discs, and he'd copy a load of stuff for us. And there was one particular game that he had got, and I said, yeah, I definitely want that. I can't fucking remember what it was. So anyway, he took the disc, and I got it back the next day, and he put the label on it with the game title, and I'd put the disc in, and this fucking thing loaded. And I just thought, you cunt. Of course he was doing it just to wind me up, because back then I made no secret of how much I hated this genre. So I had one go. I think I got somewhere in level 2. That's as far as I got. Well, phase 2 of level 1. And then formatted it. So yes, I did have the game. I played it once. A go that may have lasted a couple of minutes or so. And yeah, then I formatted the disc. Right, well, this intro's gone on long enough. Let's start this fucking sack of cunt. I'll bung in a couple of credits, which seems a bit weird considering it's an Amiga game, but yeah. Press 1 and you enter in 1 credit. Press it again, a second credit goes in, and blah de blah. If you press 2, you put in 2 credits. Maximum of 5 credits. Let's just go. So, if you haven't played the game or seen the game before, you are this fucking horrible little fucking parasite at the bottom here, and the idea is to get to the top of the screen by firing fucking poncy little rainbows at these little cunts, and you can either hit them with the rainbow, which kills them and makes them fucking drop bits of fucking fruit, or you can trap them in the rainbow and then they just fucking die when you then jump on it. Also, you can walk on your fucking rainbows like so. The whole game is a fucking nauseating load of cutesy fucking bollocks. And yeah, I fucking detest it. So here we go. So once you get to the top of the level, the developers decide that they're going to shit all over the English language by announcing "Goal in!" with exclamation mark. What the fucking hell does "goal in" mean, for fuck's sake? Oh yeah, and you only have a limited time to collect, get those cunts once you've trapped them in your fucking rainbow. And during the game you have the fucking obnoxious "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" fucking tune playing throughout, and it's a fucking sack of shit. So the entire game has no redeeming qualities. It's a game for fucking wankers. Well, different sort of game for fucking wankers compared to, you know, some of the games that I've reviewed, which are clearly for wankers. You know, like fucking, oh, what was that? Playgirls, that was it, yes. Right, so now I've got to hurry up. Because the water level is now rising and blah de blah, so there you go. So yes, you have a time limit when you are going through the level, because yeah, the water level is rising up below you. So here we are on level 3, and I'm feeling a case of acute nausea. Thanks for playing this fucking shite. I think I now fire 3 rainbows. Cool. Fucking, what am I doing? It's almost like I'm actually trying to play this fucking shite. So let's get on with the review then. The graphics are fucking nauseating, cutesy shite. The audio is fucking nauseating, cutesy shite, and the gameplay is fucking nauseating, cutesy shite. So yeah, I fucking detest everything about this game. And like I say, this is also the game that kick-started the whole popularity of the fucking nauseating, cutesy shite bullshit genre. So yeah, I do not exaggerate my hatred for this game and the entire genre one iota. I know I have frequently exaggerated, you know, what I think of games for supposed comedy effect. Not on this occasion. I mean every word I say when it comes to how much I fucking hate this fucking... There genuinely are no words strong enough to, you know, explain how much I fucking loathe the game and the genre and everything else. Yeah, it is just absolutely monumental. What a fucking heap of shit this game is, as are the fucking people who like it. Oh, fucking come on. You're supposedly a video game player. You're supposed to be a fan of video games, and this is your idea of a game that's good, is it? So again, you know what, just fucking... So, how do I rate it then? I'm sure that's a difficult one for you to figure out. So I've made it to the fucking boss. I have no idea how to get past this cunt. I've never been able to do it. What the point? I've never fucking wanted to. There you go, game over. I could continue, but there is no fucking way on this fucking earth that I'm going to fucking do that. So there you go. I've said plenty of times that there are games out there that I think are, you know, the worst game for the Amiga, and the worst game for the Commodore 64, and the worst game for the PC. This is the worst game ever created. You cannot begin to comprehend how much I fucking hate this game. Not only because of how shit and how nauseating it is, but because of what it started. So this really does just get, you know, just fuck off into oblivion out of 10. And if I had this on disc, I would now be snapping it. Most of the time when I review the game, even if it's a game that I think shit, I still keep the disc image. Not this time. That is definitely getting deleted. So there you go. Rainbow Islands for the Amiga. I've covered it now. So I really do hope that's me finished with this fucking cutesy, nauseating genre. So that brings this review to an end. And we'll see you at the next one.